Making English easy for everyone. Speak English with Rose and Jack. I want to ask you something honest. When you think about studying English, how does it make you feel?
Really think about it for a second.
Does it make you feel excited? Or does it make you feel a little tired? A little heavy? Like homework? Like a task you have to do rather than something you actually want to do?
Because that feeling, that heavy, tired, it feels like work feeling, is one of the biggest reasons people stop learning English.
Not because they are not smart enough, not because English is too hard, but because somewhere along the way, learning English stopped being fun. And when something stops being fun, we stop doing it.
But here's what the research on language learning actually shows. People who enjoy their practice, who have fun while they learn, they improve faster, they remember more, they speak with more confidence, and they never want to stop.
So today, we're bringing the fun back. Today's episode is full of real conversations, laughter, games, and the kind of easy, natural English that actually makes you want to keep learning. No grammar tables, no boring drills, just fun English starting right now.
Let's go.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Rose.
And I'm Jack, and today is one of the most fun episodes we have ever made.
It really is. And if you saw our last episode, How to Improve English Reading Skills, Read One Page a Day, thank you so much. So many of you told us what you were going to read for your 1 page a day. Graded readers, children's books, simple articles, so wonderful.
Keep reading that 1 page. Remember, 1 page a day equals 1 full book a year.
And today, we're going to practice all those words you've been reading and learning, because today is a full conversation practice episode. Rose and Jack have 4 real conversations on 4 different everyday topics, and you follow along, you listen, you learn, and you practice with us.
4 conversations, real-life topics, simple vocabulary, and a lot of fun along the way.
Friendly. Before we start, please hit that like button on YouTube right now. It really helps us. And if you are new here, subscribe and come join our family. We're so happy you found us.
Okay, are you ready? Because Conversation 1 is starting right now.
Right now. Let's go. Okay, our first conversation is one of the most common in real life, meeting someone new, maybe at a party, at work, at school, or anywhere in everyday life. Follow along with us, and after the conversation, we'll point out the most useful phrases.
Ready? Here we go.
Hi, I don't think we've met before. I'm Rose.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you, Rose. I'm Jack. Are you new here?
Kind of. I just moved to this neighborhood about 3 weeks ago. It is still a little new to me.
Oh, really? Where did you move from?
I moved from Chicago. It was a big change, but I am really enjoying it here so far. The people are so friendly.
Oh, that is great to hear. Chicago is a wonderful city. I visited once. What do you do, if you do not mind me asking?
Not at all. I am an English teacher. I teach beginners mostly. What about you?
Oh, wow, that is so cool. I actually work at a coffee shop near here. Maybe you have been in already.
Oh, maybe. I have been going to a lot of coffee shops lately, trying to find my favorite. I am very serious about my coffee.
Well, then you have to come try ours. I promise it is good.
I will definitely do that. It was really nice to meet you, Jack.
You too, Rose. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Okay, did you catch all of that? Let us pull out the most useful phrases from that conversation.
First, I don't think we have met before. A polite and natural way to introduce yourself to a stranger.
Nice to meet you. Simple, classic, essential.
Are you new here? A great conversation starter.
Where did you move from? Asking about someone's background naturally.
What do you do? Or what do you do for work? Asking about someone's job politely.
And notice how we added small personal details. I'm very serious about my coffee. Those little personal details make conversations feel warm and real, not just question and answer.
Small personal details, big difference in how natural a conversation feels. Okay, Conversation 2, one of my absolute favorites, talking about food.
Of course it is your favorite, Jack.
I love food, what can I say? Food conversations are always fun and they come up literally every single day in real life.
Nod. Every single day. Okay, Conversation 2. Go.
Rose, have you tried the new Thai restaurant on 5th Street?
Thai food? Oh, I love Thai food. No, I have not been there yet. Is it good?
It is so good. I went last weekend with my sister. We got the pad thai and the green curry, and honestly, everything was delicious.
Oh, I love pad thai. Is it spicy?
You can choose how spicy you want it, which is great. I got mine medium spicy, and it was perfect. Not too hot, not too mild.
That sounds amazing. What is the price like? Is it expensive?
Pretty reasonable, actually. We both ate really well, and it was not too expensive at all. Very good value.
Okay, I think I need to try it. Maybe this weekend?
Oh, we could go together if you want. I would happily go back. I've been thinking about that green curry all week.
You have been thinking about it all week?
All week, Rose. It was that good.
Okay. Let's go this weekend then. It is a plan.
Okay, useful phrases from that one.
Have you tried? A great way to recommend something. Have you tried the new restaurant?
Is it good? Simple question that opens up great conversations about food.
I love sharing your own food preferences. I love Thai food. I love pizza.
What is the price like? A natural way to ask about cost without sounding rude.
It is a plan, a casual and fun American English way to agree to something.
And notice that whole conversation felt completely natural, like two real friends talking.
Because it is real friends talking, and that is exactly what English conversation sounds like when you relax and enjoy it. Okay, conversation 3. This one is super useful for everyday life. Making plans with a friend.
Love this one. Go.
Hey Jack, what are you doing this Saturday?
Saturday. I do not have anything planned yet, actually. Why? What's up?
A few of us are going to the farmer's market in the morning and then maybe getting brunch after. Do you want to come?
Oh, that sounds really nice. What time?
We're thinking around 10 in the morning. It opens at 9, but we like to get there a little later when it's a bit less crowded.
10 works perfectly for me. Should I meet you there, or do you want to drive together?
We could drive together if you want. I can pick you up around 9:45.
That would be great, thank you. Oh, and where's the brunch place? Somewhere nearby?
Smile. There's a little cafe right next to the market. We went last month and it was really lovely. Good coffee too, by the way.
Good coffee? Okay, now I'm very excited. I'm definitely in.
I knew that coffee would get you.
It always does. Okay, see you Saturday.
Perfect. See you then.
Great phrases from conversation 3.
What are you doing this Saturday? Natural way to ask about someone's plans.
I do not have anything planned yet. A relaxed way to say you're free.
Do you want to come? Simple, friendly invitation.
What time? Always an important question when making plans.
Should I meet you there, or do you want to drive together? Giving options politely.
And I am definitely in. One of the most fun American English phrases. It means, yes, I want to do this. Count me in.
Definitely in. Definitely use that one.
Okay, last conversation. And this one, I know some people think talking about the weather is boring small talk, but in American English, weather conversations are actually a really important social skill.
Weather is one of the most common conversation starters in the United States. People talk about it at the grocery store, in the elevator, at work, with neighbors. It is the universal, easy conversation.
And once you're comfortable with weather conversations, you can start a friendly chat with literally anyone, anywhere. Ready?
Oh wow, did you see the weather today? It is absolutely beautiful out.
I know. It finally feels like spring. I walked to work this morning and it was just perfect. Warm, but not too hot.
That is my favorite kind of day. Not too hot, not too cold, just right.
Exactly. Though I heard it might rain later this week. Thursday or Friday, I think.
Oh really? That is a shame. I was hoping for a nice weekend.
Well, the weekend forecast still looks okay, I think. Saturday might be cloudy, but not raining. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. I have plans at the farmer's market Saturday, and I really need good weather.
Oh, it will be fine. Even if it is cloudy, a little cloud never hurt anyone.
That is a very optimistic way to look at it, Jack.
I try. Life is better with optimism.
I agree completely. And maybe I'll bring an umbrella just in case.
Always a good idea. Better safe than sorry.
Okay, very useful weather phrases right there.
Did you see the weather today? Great conversation opener.
It finally feels like spring. Seasonal weather expressions. Spring, summer, fall, winter.
Not too hot, not too cold, just right.
I heard it might rain. Talking about weather forecasts.
Fingers crossed. A fun American English expression that means I hope for good luck.
Better safe than sorry, another great American expression. It means it's better to be careful and prepared than to regret it later.
Two really fun American expressions in one weather conversation.
Encouraging. Learn those two expressions and use them. People will love it. Okay, before our review, 5 quick tips for keeping English fun every single day.
Let's hear them.
Tip 1. Watch short English videos on topics you love. Comedy, cooking, travel, sports, whatever. Fun content in English does not feel like studying, but it absolutely is.
Your brain never even notices it's working.
Tip 2. Play word games in English. Crosswords, vocabulary apps, word puzzles. Learning as a game is still learning, and it is a lot more enjoyable.
5 minutes on your phone while you wait for something? So easy.
Tip 3. Sing English songs. Music is one of the most powerful memory tools in the world. Words attached to a melody stick so much better. Sing along, even if your pronunciation is not perfect yet.
Especially if it is not perfect. Singing is a judgment-free pronunciation zone.
Judgment-free. Tip 4. Find an English community online. Our comments section is a great place to start. Write your comments in English. It is safe, friendly, and full of people on the same journey as you.
We love every person in our comments section. Come and join us. And tip 5?
Reward yourself. When you finish your English practice, even 5 minutes, celebrate. A snack, a show, something you enjoy. Your brain will connect English practice with good feelings, and good feelings bring you back tomorrow.
Make your brain love English. That is the whole goal.
Okay, quick review of our 4 conversations and the key phrases.
Let's go.
Conversation 1. Meeting someone new. Key phrases. I do not think we have met. Nice to meet you. What do you do?
Conversation 2. Talking about food. Key phrases. Have you tried? Is it good? It's a plan.
Conversation 3. Making weekend plans. Key phrases. What are you doing this Saturday? Do you want to come? I'm definitely in.
Conversation 4. Weather conversations. Key phrases. Fingers crossed. Better safe than sorry. Not too hot, not too cold.
4 conversations, real-life topics, real natural English, and one very important lesson. English is more fun than you think. You just need to give it the chance to be fun. Practice time. Say every sentence out loud, right now. Ready?
Out loud. Let's go.
Nice to meet you. My name is Rose.
Nice to meet you. My name is Rose.
Say it. Put your name in. Make it yours.
Nice to meet you. My name is Jack.
Have you tried the new coffee shop near here? It's really good.
Have you tried the new coffee shop near here? It's really good.
Say it with energy, like you're really recommending it to a friend. I do not have anything planned this weekend. Do you want to make plans?
I do not have anything planned this weekend. Do you want to make plans?
And the answer to that question, say it with us.
I am definitely in.
I am definitely in. Every time. Use that phrase. It is beautiful outside today. Not too hot and not too cold. Just perfect.
It is beautiful outside today. Not too hot and not too cold. Just perfect.
Look outside your window. Is that true today? Say it if it is. Make it real.
Make every sentence about your real life. That is when practice becomes real English.
Okay, comment challenge. And this one is going to be really fun. I want you to go to the comments and start a mini conversation with us or with another viewer. Start with, "Hi, I'm..." And my favorite food is... Just like conversation number 2. Introduce yourself, share something about yourself. In English.
We want to see you use today's conversations for real. Start talking in the comments. We will reply to as many as we can.
And if today made English feel even a tiny bit more fun, please hit that like button right now. Every like really helps us reach more English learners who need to feel that English can be fun, who need to know that learning does not have to feel like homework.
And subscribe and hit the bell. Never miss an episode from us. We promise to always make it worth your time. We love this community so much. You make this fun for us too.
You really do. Thank you.
Chappy, fun English, 4 conversations. What do you want people to carry home from today?
I want people to carry home permission. Permission to enjoy this. Permission to laugh while they learn. Permission to make English a part of their life that they actually look forward to, not something they have to push themselves to do.
Permission to enjoy it.
Because when you enjoy it, you do it more. When you do it more, you get better. When you get better, you enjoy it even more. It is a beautiful cycle. And it starts with one decision. Today, I am going to make English fun.
Today, I'm going to make English fun. That is such a powerful decision.
It really is. And if today felt fun, if you laughed a little, if you tried the conversations, if you felt more comfortable with English than you did 20 minutes ago, then this episode did exactly what it was supposed to do.
In next video, we are bringing you something really useful and really practical. We are going to teach you how to talk about your feelings and emotions in English. Happy, sad, nervous, excited, proud, surprised, all the feelings you have every single day, and exactly how to express them naturally in English.
Because your feelings deserve to be expressed in English too. Not just facts, not just routines, your actual feelings.
One of the most personal and important episodes we have ever made. You really do not want to miss it.
Subscribe right now and hit that bell so it comes straight to you.
We'll see you next video.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. I'm Rose.
I'm Jack.
And we'll see you next video. Bye.
Bye.